One reason for rising net traffic is there's more communications going on between machine and machine. So more people are needed to keep an eye on that. And, special thing, we've got some tips for you this week on how not to get that job you want. I'm Mark Pfeffer, and this is the Dice News Update for Monday, February 21st, 2011. So machine-to-machine data experts are going to be in increasing demand. Cisco predicts that between 2010 and 2015, worldwide mobile data traffic is going to increase by 26 times. So yes, people are going to be talking a lot, and they're going to be playing a lot of video games and watching a lot of movies. But a lot of this traffic is due to communications between machines. In other words, gadgets are going to report back to data collection sites without human intervention. And other types of applications are going to, say, automatically update billboards or road signs. Most of this data moves wirelessly through sophisticated networks like WiMAX or even regular cell networks. So the question becomes, is this for you? Well, if you've got a solid background in networking or telecom, you can expect to find some opportunities. So just go look around. Check them out on DICE. So we spend most of our time here at Dice News Central trying to help you find work. But now we want to talk to the people who are really trying to avoid finding their next job. Are you ready? Here we go. First, just skim the job description and then shoot the company a resume, but don't bother to really craft it or your cover letter to fit the job or their requirements. And now that I think of it, don't bother with the cover letter. You really don't need one. Now, if your resume isn't easy to read or has a few mistakes in it, like, say, spelling mistakes, don't worry about that either. Your brilliance should shine through. And after your resume has cleared all the screens and it gets to the hiring manager, when the manager calls or emails, take your time about getting back to them. Let them reach out a few times. Don't be prepared when you finally do respond. There's really no great reason to do that. And when they're trying to schedule an in-person interview, just make it really clear that your schedule is the one that's more important. If you don't have time this week, next week, even the week after, that's going to be fine. Once you do have the interview scheduled, don't prep. You really don't need to. And whatever you do, don't research the company, don't research their business, and don't try to be ready to answer how you're going to help them fill a particular need or fix something that they need fixed now. Also, don't be worried about being late to the interview, because they'll be completely cool with that. And don't worry about turning your cell phone off once you sit down to talk. If you really want to impress them and your cell phone goes off, answer it, because that way they're going to see how well you multitask. Now, when you start to talk about your past employers, because that always comes up, make sure you trash them. You want to give the impression that you're the genius who could work among all these other idiots for so long. And finally, when the interview is over, don't say thank you. Don't send a thank you email, and only a real dope would send a handwritten note by snail mail. What's that going to do? Okay, so I know this is all a little complicated, but really, you can do it. So just go out there, follow these steps, and you won't get the job. And then you can complain about stupid employers in the comments below. That's it for this week. Kat Miller's going to be back on Wednesday, and I'll be back next Monday with another edition of the DiceTV Update. I hope you'll come back. Until then, I'm Mark Pfeffer, Managing Editor of Dice News, and we now return you to your regular desktop.